Alright legends, welcome along to a new video. Now this is an important one. This is a scenario that's happening more and more in the workplace and sometimes in real life. Like it's just people are getting frustrated and they're starting to take their own nonsense, whatever's going on in their own personal lives, they're starting to take it out on the people around them. And I've had to deal with this personally about over the last year and 4 months now. I've dealt with this from, let me see, 5 different people, I want to say, and as narcissistic behaviour, toxic behaviour from people that are just, and again, people are getting frustrated. They're taking their nonsense out on the people around them. You need to start protecting yourself more and more from these sorts of individuals. So, surviving narcissistic individuals, essential strategies for dealing with toxic behaviour. Let's get into it with 10 tips that I've got for you. Alright, number one is to educate yourself. Learn about narcissistic personality disorder and the traits associated with it. Understand common patterns of behaviour and manipulation tactics employed by narcissists. Number two is an important one, and one that I share quite often, and that is to set boundaries. Establish clear boundaries and stick to them. Narcissists often push boundaries and invade personal space. Clearly communicate your limits and enforce consequences if they are violated. Tip number three is to maintain emotional distance. Limit emotional engagement with a narcissistic individual. They thrive on attention and control, so avoid getting emotionally entangled or reacting strongly to their behaviour. Number four is don't take it personally. It's difficult, I know, but you have to recognize that narcissistic behavior is not a reflection of your worth or your value. Narcissists often project their insecurities onto others, so avoid internalizing their criticisms or their negativity. Number five is to practice self-care. Prioritize your own well-being. Engage in activities that promote self-care, such as exercise, meditation, hobbies, and spend time with supportive friends and family. Six is to seek support. Reach out to trusted friends, family, or support groups who can provide guidance and understanding. They can offer validation and help you maintain perspective when dealing with a narcissistic individual. Number seven, very important one this here, is to document incidents. Keep a record of interactions and incidents with the narcissistic person. This documentation can serve as evidence if needed, and it can also help you maintain clarity and objectivity. Number eight, and this is one that I'm doing more and more these days, that is to limit contact. If possible, reduce or limit contact with the narcissistic individual. This may involve distancing yourself physically, blocking or unfollowing them on social media, or minimizing communication to essential matters only. 9 is to practice assertiveness. Assertive communication can help you maintain control and set clear boundaries. Use I statements to express your feelings and needs, and calmly assert your limits without engaging in arguments or power struggles. And number 10, this is one that I'm sharing more and more on most of these subjects that I'm talking about these days, and there's no shame in it. It is to consider professional help. If the situation becomes overwhelming, or if you're dealing with a particularly toxic or abusive narcissist, consider seeking professional help from a therapist or a counsellor who specialises in personality disorders. So there you go, there's 10 tips for you that I'm sure is going to be very, very helpful to a lot of people out there these days. There's so many people right now. I've noticed myself over the last, again, year, 3 months, 4 months, whatever it is at this stage, just where I work at alone, there are so many people right now. And again, things are getting difficult in the world. It's getting harder to maintain the lifestyle that we've had up to this point, with just the cost of living and stuff like that. What we would have found easy 5 or 6 years ago is now getting harder and harder, just the way things are. People are getting frustrated. I understand where most of them are coming from. But you know, to walk into your place of employment or your, wherever it may be, and start to take it out on the people around you is just something that doesn't work in my mind. And saying that I understand that sort of stuff, and people are frustrated and they're taking it out on people. Um, if I mirror that myself, the stuff I've gone through in the past, if anybody knows me, has been watching my content for any length of time, will know I've been through a divorce. I've went through all the stuff surrounding that. Spinal injury, ended up with a problem with painkillers. Took me a year and a half to detox off that sort of stuff. I'm currently coming off nicotine. Um, all rough stuff for me to go through individually, and I have yet to turn around and really take my nonsense out on other people. And like anybody that knows me will back that up. It's like, this guy's been through a ton of stuff himself. He has yet to turn into one of these narcissistic people that just takes his nonsense out on other people. But I don't know what it is. If in saying that, in the last week or so, I have exploded on a narcissist, but that was down to the nicotine. But I didn't instigate that. I didn't walk in to my workplace and say, okay, I'm coming off nicotine, I'm in a bad temper, I'm going to take it out on this guy. But just there was a situation there that brought this video into existence, where I come across a narcissistic individual in the past week who decided I was his target. So yeah, so he got the short end of the stick because I'm coming off nicotine. But again, I'm not taking it out on people. I don't know what it is in the last 5 or 6 years. It used to be, we used to be a heck of a lot better at dealing with this stuff. And I don't know what the reason is, but, the further through life I'm getting at the moment, the more people I'm coming across that are just having trouble dealing with the stuff that they're going through. And it's all, from what I'm seeing so far, the vast majority of it is coming out in narcissistic behaviour towards the people around them. So hopefully this is helpful. Share it along if it is, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below this video. So take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you in the next one.